My name is PETERSON Adeniyi. I'm a personality and self-discovery expert. And what does that mean? It means I help people to harness their personality, their passion, their talent, their visions, their values, so that they can use it to maximize their lives.
Welcome to today's episode of Tales of Triumph here on SCREENSAGE TV. Tales of Triumph is a program designed to x-ray a course of action undertaken by individuals that have resulted in continuous progress for them. A legitimate, effective, and adaptable course that anyone who desires success can follow on their journey to greatness. We do hope you will be informed, motivated, and encouraged by the story of our guest today, as our utmost desire is to see you succeed in your chosen career.
How did I get into personality and self-discovery? Wow, that started many years ago. Somebody walked into my office and said, "Oh, Mr. Adeniyi, I think there's something I need to give you that will help you." And wow, she gave me a book on personality. It was like light just dawned on me. Personality is something I believe will help people to understand themselves. So if I'm in a position to help somebody to understand themselves, their talent, their strength, wow, that would be a very interesting thing to do. And that's how I got into it. I later found out this is actually what I'm supposed to be doing with my life, because I have a talent in analyzing details of things. So I found out that this is the right thing for me to do. I've been doing this for over 12 years now, 2010 to be specific. Do I have training in personality? Yes, I did. There's what we call MBTI, Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. That's one of the leading personality profiling framework that you can find in the world. I did a training with them. I also did NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. These are the tools that I use in carrying out this assignment or work for people. Personality is a recurring pattern of thought, feeling, and behavior that makes somebody unique and special. So in other words, is there a particular way that you think? Is there a particular way that you feel? Is there a particular way that you behave? That is the summation of your personality. Personality is not so different from your talent, because your talent is who you are. So the way you carry on this in terms of behavior is your talent. So if, for instance, you are somebody that is very emotional as a behavior, that is already a talent. There are many things that we do in this world today. You have to do it with your emotions. So if your behavior is like that, then you should find a job or career that will make you to be using that, emotions every day. So you discover who you are, then you choose a career or job that will make you to be using that talent in your job. So that's what personality means to me. That's what I want to preach to the world. I want to show people that who they are should not be different from the career they have chosen. Sincerely, my background, my first degree was in political science. I had master's also, MBA. So it wasn't anything I studied, formally in school. But I've now done some certifications to understand this personality profiling. My background was nothing around what I'm doing today. Just something I'm passionate about, something I believe can help people understand themselves and navigate their lives. Now, how do I assess people? It's basically to profile them. And it's just through asking few questions, just 4 questions, that gives us an idea of the person's personality. And when we're able to get the right answers in these 4 areas, it gives us a full picture of who that person is. So it helps us to be able to profile for the right career, profile you for the right marriage or relationship we want to get into, profile you for all sort of things, parenting, all sort of things. Yeah, what puts me in the right frame of mind? I would say, because I'm only looking for 4 things. So it's not a big deal for me. I don't have to be in a certain mode or frame of mind to be able to do it. I will just make sure that your answers are convincing enough for me in these 4 areas. When I'm convinced that your 4 questions are correct, 70 or 80% of whatever I'll be saying to you will most likely be correct. So how are you, Israel?
I'm fine, sir.
It's okay. So I'll just like to quickly, run this assessment on you, just for demonstration for all our viewers to be able to see how it goes. Like I said, it's just only 4 questions that I'll be asking Israel. So the first one, Israel, is to find out, do you think you are a quiet, reserved, calm person, or you think you're very outgoing, outspoken, very energetic person? Which one do you think you're more of, the quiet one or the extroverted one?
More of the quiet one.
The second question I like to find out is to say, do you think you are very imaginative, you think in pictures, or you think you're more of a detailed-oriented person who doesn't have a lot of visuals or images in your mind? Which one do you think you're more of?
Okay, I'll say I think more in pictures.
It's okay. It's okay. So academically, if I may ask, do you think you're very high, average, or low academically?
Yeah, I would say average.
Average. So when you read books, for instance, do you find yourself cramming your notes before you write an exam, or you just have an idea of what this topic is about and you just get to the exam and just express yourself? How do you answer school exams?
Okay, so I have the idea before I get to the exam hall, and then.
So do you find yourself writing what exactly you read in your book, or you just freelance with your mind? Which one do you do more in school?
I use my own idea. Like when I read the book and then I use my own idea, I see myself more of using my own idea than what I read.
Thirdly, do you think you're very emotional, somebody who is very close to crying, expressing himself, or emotionally, or do you think you're a very logical, rational person who can keep his emotions?
I'm very emotional.
Very much. So you're able to express yourself, even with crying at times. Is that correct? So lastly, do you think you're a very structured, organized, planful, scheduled person, or spontaneous kind of person, or maybe disorganized kind of? Which one do you think you're more of? Don't worry, all of them are gifts, whether disorganized or organized. Don't worry. Disorganized person. Yes. It's okay. So just this question I've asked Israel now is giving me an idea of the kind of person that Israel is. For instance, I will be able to say very instructively that Israel will be somebody who likes dancing. Israel will be somebody who likes to cook. Israel will be somebody who likes children. Basically, Israel will be more of an hands-on person. Not so much of a very book person. He will do well with his hands. Israel would like to help, like to assist. I like to provide service to the world. So if I may recommend courses for you now, it will be courses that will, number one, enable you to show kindness, because whether you told me or not, you have kindness, a lot of kindness inside you. You also have a lot of gift to serve, to help people. So courses like counseling, courses like nursing, courses like handling anything around camera, will be very good for them. There are many of them. In the report, I'm going to give more than 20 different kinds of career for you that you can be successful at. So don't begin to compare yourself and say, oh, I want to be like an engineer, I want to be a doctor, why can't I? Yeah, you can study it and pass it, but I'm talking about something that you are naturally passionate about, something that you'll be able to do exceedingly, well in, go far above what you're expected to do. Wow, do I get it by juju? No, I don't think it's by juju. I believe, yes, it's God's inspiration, but this is more for me from a knowledge and understanding of who a person is. I've been doing this for like 12 years, like I said. So God inspires me, so that I'm able to say the right thing. But most importantly is I have the knowledge about how human beings are wired to function. What does my typical day look like? Basically, this work requires a lot of research. So, number one, I call myself a personality watcher. I watch people and I begin to analyze their behavior. Two, I do a lot of research. When I find anything intriguing about somebody's personality, I go online, find out what does this mean. And also, I usually book people for consultation, which usually starts from 12 p.m. Then I do that for 2-3 hours in a day, and that's the end of the day. Wow, the benefit of self-discovery cannot be overemphasized. Like I said, it makes you to know the things that you should not waste your time doing, because we are not all equally gifted. Some people are gifted as administrators, some people are gifted as entrepreneurs, some people are gifted as educationists. When you know your core strengths, you are supposed to deploy yourself into it, and that brings a lot of benefits to you. It makes you to be able to run faster. It makes you to be more creative in that area that you are gifted in. So what I do for people is that you understand your personality, you had your passion to it, and you also had your natural ability. When you're able to make these three things come together, the sky is not even the limit. Let me give an example. Let's say your personality tells us that you are an educationist. You are very good as a teacher. And so you have passion, for instance, maybe for children. And then you are a good writer. So what it means that you are supposed to write for children to help them in their education. When you're able to combine your natural ability, which is actually to write, with your passion, which is for children, with your core personality, which is to educate people, then you are your life's purpose. You are now living a fulfilled life. These three things makes people live a fulfilled life. I came up with that framework a couple of years ago, that when you add your personality with your passion, with your natural ability, it gives you an idea of the kind of purpose that you have in the world. My motivations on this journey, I have a couple of them. I have Larry Olushola, I have Praise Forward, I have Bankole Williams, I have Sam Obafemi. These are people that I look up. I like their work. I like the way they do their things. They are people who motivate me to know that there's still a way on this path. Yes, these are my motivations. Yeah, if you're aspiring to be like me, the first thing I'd like you to do is to find out, am I gifted for this? You must be gifted for analysis, because that's the gift I have. I'm able to analyze details. That may be something you want to pick up. Many people know about personality, but I've not found anybody who has seen it as something that they are very passionate about. They just see it as one of the things they need, for their work. But what is most important is that you have to have ability to analyze. This is very important. Then we put in the work. And work in the life of an individual is amazing. It's amazing because I've got a lot of good feedbacks. A lot. But some people told me that, that my report is like a Bible to them, that they go back to every time to review their lives. So it's making an impact in their world, making an impact in their lives. They're able to make the right decisions. So I think it's a good service that I offer to the world. People are really very excited, even after going through me for their personality and self-discovery assessment. Personality and self-discovery, no, it's not only for Christians. Everybody should know who they are. In fact, the more you read about who you are, the more you are excited, the more you are happy, the more you know the things you should not waste your time, if I may say that, doing, and know the things you should spend your time doing. So it cuts across everybody, every race. I've profiled Palestinians, I've profiled Americans, is the same. Yes, there's also another thing we call the environment. The environment can impact on your personality differently, but the core of who you are is what is your personality that the environment can even influence. But you need to know what is your core. So as a Christian, as a Muslim, as an Hindu, all of us need to bring our core into our work every day. Thought of quitting? Yes, definitely. Because when patronage is low, you think, wow, this is not the best thing for me to, maybe I should have gotten a job. Yes, but I believe that there's so much prospect in this business. If I'm able to spread my tentacles, get more partners to help me, do I hope to retire from this? Definitely no. Definitely no, because I believe everybody that I meet need to know about who they are. You'll be shortchanging yourself if you don't know what you carry. You'll be focusing on different things that are probably not your strength. But if you know what your core strength is, you will be able to maximize your life. You will know the things you should not waste your time focusing on, then focus on who God has made you to be. What does fame mean? Fame mean to me? Fame is, I believe, very important to an individual, to a business, because if people don't know what you do, they cannot patronize you. So whatever you are doing, whatever the gift or talent that God has given you that you know can benefit humanity, let the world know about it. Package the gift well, sell the gift to the world. Then you have the fame. Fame is very important if you have something very good to share with the world. Any regret? No, I don't have any regrets. I'm just praying to be able to do this for much more people. I've probably profiled maybe up to maybe 5,000 people, because I profile people in groups, I profile people individually. I hope to be able to put what I'm doing on the internet that many people can access it and at least get an idea of who they are and run along with it and fly with it and make a difference in their world. Why you should hire me? Yeah, I think I have so much to add to individuals, organizations, and even government. Let me share with you. For instance, for an individual, there's nothing as good as understanding who you are. I mean, I keep repeating this because it just puts you in a place of safety, in a place of decorum, in a place of not competing with people. You need to know who you are and constantly consult with the report that you get from me. You need to, so that you are not competing with anybody. You are good, you are excellent, you are exceedingly great in your own path in life. For organizations, people need to be put in the right place. Even in this country, it's because people are in the wrong places. People are not supposed to be leaders, are struggling to become leaders. Some people are supposed to be managers supporting the leaders. So I'm able to help. For instance, I was even talking the other day that I can even help people in politics. Because if you want to bring people who has the capacity, I know people who have leadership capacity based on their personality. You don't need to force them, just put them there, give them mandate to follow. They will even do more than you are asking for. But we keep putting people who have opportunists who are not doing well. So for organizations, for individuals, for governments, for anybody that just want to understand who they are, I'm the best plug, that you can hire to do this for you. Yeah, my last words. If you're an individual who has found himself or herself in a job that you don't think you are wired for, that you are not passionate for, that you are not very gifted for, but that's what you studied in school, don't rush out of that job. Keep doing that job. But find out and discover who you are. Discover your personality, discover your passion and natural abilities, and begin to develop yourself in it. So for instance, you studied architecture, but your personality assessment is showing that you have been good as an entertainer. Begin to develop yourself. Spend 2 or 3 hours every day developing yourself as an entertainer. Study about it, or go to auditions at your spare time, on your leave, so that you are preparing yourself for this career change. When you know you have developed yourself well enough and your career is now having friction, if I may say, with your passion, then you can now say, this is the time for me to leave. So for instance, you got a role to go and audition for an acting job in Lagos, and they're going to pay you far, far much you are earning from your architectural job. That has happened once, it has happened twice, then that she's telling you, and the money is good. Then that's the best time for you to exit architecture and begin to practice fully your entertainment. We have seen a lot of them who have made that career move, but they didn't just jump out. They have developed themselves, they have made themselves available to the entertainment world before they crossed. So I think this will help everyone. This is my last word. God bless you.
We are sure you can juxtapose the story of our guest today with other stories of successful people who you must have heard. They are usually driven by curiosity, which gives birth to vision in them, and by sheer passion and consistency. Even in the face of opposition, they succeed against all odds. Until we come your way again with another interesting episode of Tales of Triumph, we urge you to please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification button so you don't miss any of our interesting episodes. From us all at SCREENSAGE TV, we say bye for now.